So in my last video, I made a review of some of the best instant funding prop firms that will actually get you funded without having to pass any challenge. And some of you requested that I go deeper into some of them by breaking down their rules and everything for you to understand in order to know what you are actually paying for. So in this particular video, I'm going to share with you one of the most trusted and one of the most favorable instant funding prop firm known as instantfunding.io. So this prop firm happens to be one of the trusted. That's why in this video, I'm going to do a full review of it, ranging from its pricing level to the rules and regulation, every single thing you need to know about that prop firm to actually get started. So if you are watching this video right now, that simply means that you are doing a review on instantfunding.io. And this particular video, this review is not sponsored by them. I'm going to give you my full detailed review of my own knowledge about this particular prop firm and how they operate, plus their rules and regulation that you need to know before you get started with them. So this already said, and without taking much of your time, if this is your first time here, kindly do well by smashing that subscribe button, like this video, and also tell me what you feel down in the comment section. So hello guys, now that I have my laptop, let's get straight and then let me share with you every single thing you need to know about this prop firm known as instantfunding.io. So instantfunding.io, and as I said, we'll be talking about their instant funding firm. So over here now you can see instant funding, where you can get up to $1,250 from there, ranging to $80,000 in instant funds. What this means is that you are not going to pay, you are not going to take any challenges in order to get a real life capital. All you simply have to do is simply pay the registration fee and then you get access to that capital. So for example, let's take a look at their 5K account. Their $5,000 accounts start at $225. So you have to pay $225 in order to be able to handle a $5,000 account. Now, here's when you pay this $225, here's one thing a lot of people don't let you know when they are reviewing prop firm. Here's the main amount you are getting instead of the $5,000. But first, before we get there, let's talk about their payout terms. Their payout is actually 14 days after your first trade and weekly after that. What this means is that if you buy the account today and then you place your first trade today, meaning if you make profits up to the target that they've given you, you will be able to make withdrawals in 14 days later, which is 2 weeks after the day you place your first trade and made the profit required. Now, profit target here, is that a profit target? They say none. Well, the truth is that the profit target, they actually have a profit target, even though it's not stated here. For you to be able to withdraw, you have to make 5% of your capital. You have to make 5% before you be able to withdraw. The purpose of this 5% is to give you 5% lock-in maximum drawdown. So what this means is that what if you pay $5,000, for you to be able to make any form of withdrawal, you have to make 5% of it. So let me just come over to my calculator. So 5,000, if you buy the $5,000 account, you have to make 5% of it, which is times 5%. So meaning you have to make $250 before you can issue for a withdrawal. Now, the reason why they do this is simple. Your original drawdown here, they don't have daily drawdown. What they have is the maximum drawdown. So the maximum drawdown they have for here is 10%. Now, this 10% simply means that what you are allowed to lose up to $500 from the total amount that is in here. Now, so since you are allowed to lose $500, now before you can make withdrawal, you have to make an additional $250, making your account what? You have to make additional $250, making your account $5,250. Now, the moment you make that extra 5%, your maximum drawdown here now drops from the original $500 you are allowed to lose from the $5,000 to just $250. That's what they mean. Even though they did not put it here, that's actually how they operate. So until you make this $250 from this $250, you won't be able to make any withdrawal. But from the moment you make that $250, then you can make any sort of withdrawal you want. Now, once you make that $250, now your stop loss, your maximum drawdown is still set to what? $500. But the difference is that this $250 that you made, you'll be able to withdraw it to your account. So if you withdraw that $250 that you make out of the account now, instead of you to lose $500, now your maximum loss will just be $250, meaning you cannot lose up to $500 again. So know this and know that. So before you can issue for withdrawal, you need to make 5% of whatever account you are going for. And after you make that 5% profit and then you withdraw that profit, your max loss will now be set to 5% of the $5,000. So from the moment you start making profit and then you hit the 5% target, know that your new stop loss position, your new max drawdown location has been set to just 5% of $5,000. Now, baseline profit split. So by default, you are entitled to 70% of whatever profit you make. Scaled profit split, that one is not stated here, but they allow you to scale your account up to 1.28 million. So scale target, for you to be able to issue for request for scaling, you need to make 10% of the account. And like I see, scaling speed, account size doubles each time you scale, which is each time you make up to 10%, your account size double as well. Minimum trading days, they also don't have minimum trading days, but you need to trade, you need to wait for 14 days to withdraw whatever profit you make. After that, then you can be withdrawing every week. And holding overnight, yeah, they allow you to hold your trades overnight. Holding over weekends, they allow you to hold over weekend. And then your leverage is actually 1:1. Now, to get more details about the rules, simply click on where it says more details. So now over here, now here is the things you need to know about this prop firm to get more insight when it comes to trading them. Now let's come over to, let me just close everything here. Now, prohibited strategies. Now, they actually have some strategies that they actually don't accept in their system. They say martingale, which is martingale. I don't really know about this, but this strategy involves initiating a larger position on either direction to the original one after experiencing a loss whilst the initial position remains open. Now, what this means is that this is one thing a lot of beginners traders do. Maybe you place a buy order, and now that buy order, the market is in loss. Then what you do next is that you go and place a sell trade whilst your buy order is still running. Well, they are fully against this. So if you are trading like this, you can't trade this prop firm, else you breach their rules immediately. So always have an edge and stick to it. Grid trading. This strategy involves placing buy and sell orders at regular intervals above and below a set price, capturing profit as the market moves up and down through this level. So grid trading is simply, at the moment you place a buy order, you also place a sell order as well. So that is pure gambling. Simply means that what you don't know what you are doing, you just want to take advantage of whatever direction the market moves to. And the final is simply high frequency trading. High frequency aims to profit from small price movements in the market by placing trades at extremely speed. From February 8th, we define high frequency as holding trade for 5 seconds or less. So with their prop firm also, you are not allowed to hold any trade for less than 6 seconds. So if you are trading with them, you need to make sure that whatever trade you are taking should be held for at least 7 seconds and above. Anything below that will be seen as high frequency trading, so your account will be banned immediately. Prohibited practices: gambling. This involves excessive use of leverage and risking a large portion of your account on limited trade. For example, using over 50% of your margin on the opening of your position. This can result in your account being reset. So in this case here, they won't ban your account, but they will reset it to default. What this simply means is that what you cannot risk up to 50% of the margin you have in your account in any position, because that's purely gambling. You just want to use a huge position and then just make some profit fast and then get out of the system. They hate it because they are giving you refunds to trade. They will be the ones paying you for every profit you make. So you also need to understand that what you need to trade them like though you trade your real capital. Major news trading. This refers to the manual or automated execution of trade within a specific 8-minute window, starting 4 minutes before and ending 4 minutes after a major news. So what I mean is that if there's any red folder news coming out, you are not allowed to place any trade. So let me show you what I mean by red folder news. So come over to Forex Factory. So now when you come over to Forex Factory, let me just come over to today's date. Today is actually 22nd of July. Now I'll come over to FITA and then just set it to red folder. So apply filters. So you see all these red folders news. Once there's 4 minutes countdown to this trade, meaning if there's 5 minutes left before the news come out, you can place trade. 6 minutes left, you can place trade. But once there's 4 minutes to the news, you are no more allowed to place any trade. And then after the news also, you still have to wait for 4 minutes before you'll be able to place any trade. So in reality, they are telling you that you are not allowed to trade their news. They say this rule affects only instruments related to the event. For example, Euro news doesn't restrict you from trading gold. So what it means is that if the news, like for example, if you take a look at this news is actually entitled to Euro alone. So this one is affecting only euro. So whilst this news is going on, you can trade USD, you can trade any other currency. Just make sure that you are not trading any currency that is associated with that particular news. Now, copy trading between accounts not owned by the same individual. This involves mirroring trade from any type of our account to another. So what this simply means is that maybe I have a prop firm, you also have a prop firm. Now I place the trade and then I give you the same trade. We have same entry, same take profit, same stop loss. Well, that's what they mean by copy trading. They don't want it. So before you buy a prop firm, make sure that you have your own strategy at hand. Usage of public third-party expert advisor, except those provided by instant funding. So they allow you to use EAs, but it should be the ones that they've provided themselves or the ones they have access to and they have given license to, because a lot of people build their own EAs that they use to trade the system, which make them some kind of funding profit, which a lot of prop firms hate. So in general, I don't even make use of EAs. So if you are trading prop firm out there and you're making use of EAs, then over here you need to be very cautious to make sure that it's something accepted by them. For that, you can contact them on any of their communities. There's exploiting inefficiency of trading platform and other practices. This involves exploiting data feeds, including latency arbitrage, reverse arbitrage, gap trading, toxic order flow, account management, tick scalping, and server execution. So they hate a lot of all this. So you can come over here and then come and learn more. So now here's where the drawdown that I was telling you actually comes in, which is your max stop drawdown. They say initial drawdown start at 10%. So initially, if you go for the 5K account, you're allowed to lose 10%, which is $500. Now, drawdown adjusts upon achieving a 5% balance gain. So meaning, once you make 5% of your account balance, the drawdown update to 5% of the starting balance. So once you make 5% of $5,000, which is $250, now automatically, you are no more allowed to lose more than $250 from the original $5,000 that is in your account. Meaning, in anything you do, your account balance should be $4,700 something and above, and you need to maintain that. Post adjustment, the drawdown remains at 5%. So once you make that 5% profit and then you withdraw it off, and your new stop loss is no more 10%, but now 5% of the $5,000, that one will remain there forever. So you can make as much profit to withdraw. This new 5% stop loss will not be touched. It will maintain there from the starting balance. Scaling impact for scaled account, drawdown update to 5% of the new scaled balance, excluding profit. So you see, this is one thing I love about them. Your drawdown will scale to new balance except your profit that you've made. So if you buy the 10K account and then you scale your account upward and then but you've made profit already before, the 5% will not affect the profit that you made. Your 5% is fully calculated based on the account size you bought. Now, trading instrument. So you can come and read more about their trading instrument here, which is the asset they allow you to trade. Holding overnight permissible, but be cautious of market conditions. Overnight weekend enable for phase 1 to so overnight over weekend holding is actually only allowed to those who will be using their test phase. Anything below their test phase, they actually don't allow that. Now, eligibility meaning now this is for scaling. So this one doesn't really matter much. For the scaling, you can come and get everything yourself as it's straightforward. I'm just focusing on the most important thing. Now, profit split scaling. This for your profit rate. You can achieve 90% profit split for 1 phase, 2 phase, and 3 phase challenges. So for those of you who will be taking the challenge phase who don't want to go for instant funding, then you can stand the chance of getting up to 90% profit split. But for those going for instant funding, well, you are only allowed to 70%, or you can scale up to get up to 10%, 80% or more. That will depending on how fast you are growing the account. Condition: overall gain of 10% and first trade placed at least 90 days ago. So meaning you must use your profit for 3 months to be able to qualify for scaling. Now, payout. They say initial payout request 14 days after the first trade. So your first payout will only be granted 14 days after you made your first profit. Subsequent payout, after that, every other payout will now be set to 7 days after the new trade. So what this means is that after you've made your first withdrawal, now for every other trade you take, you can make withdrawal 7 days after you've made your trade. So you are allowed, whether the first day you made loss or not, within 7 days period of trading, you'll be able to make new withdrawal. So that's good. This means that what you are getting paid every single week. So platform exclusively through Rise. So all your money will be paid through Rise, and then method bank transfer and crypto via Rise. So whether you are withdrawing, you want bank transfer or you want crypto payment, you have to do it via Rise. So they will fund your profit into your Rise account, and then from Rise you can withdraw it through crypto or whatever thing you want. Now the next one, minimum threshold $25. So your minimum amount you need to make before you request for withdrawal is actually $25. So you need to make at least $25 before you can request for any sort of withdrawal. Processing time, we aim to process all payout within 24 hours of request. So you have to wait for just 24 hours after you made your request in order to get paid. Is it 24? Yeah, 24 hours. Now retry. Now if you fail any of their challenges and then they ask you to retry, you get access to 10% discount of the original price. So you simply look, so for example, if you go for their 5K account, which costs you $220 or something. Now if you fail it and then you need a retry, now you get a discount code to get up to get 10% off, and then you are good to go. Maximum inactivity period. So if you haven't taken any trade for the past 60 days, which is 2 months, your account will be inactivated. Now this is simply every single thing you need to know about this prop firm to be able to use them. So far this prop firm look legit and they have decent pricing for their products, and I think I really love them a lot. So if you want to buy their programs, you can simply check the this video description. You are going to get a link to this prop firm where you also get up to 10% discount. Yes, my link will actually give you 10% discount off whatever platform you are going for. So if you are going for the instant funding of $79, you get 10% discount, which is also good. We should reduce the cost for you, because if you check the rate of 10% here, so let me just check it out here. Come over here, instead of paying $79, so your original price is $79 multiplied by 10%, meaning that what? You get $7.09 off. So you simply left with, that's about 60 something dollar to pay, which is also fair enough. So if you pay that one, that is better off, and then you save up to $8 in general. So with that already said, I hope you find this video helpful. Don't forget to smash that subscribe button, like this video, and tell me what you feel down in the comment section. If there's any prop firm out there that you want me to test, kindly let me know that in the video description, and I'm going to do a review on it as well.